Welcome back to the ESL Vainglory Cup Series number 7. I'm Jason Kaplan, this is Don John, and we're finally getting underway with our final. It's gonna be an interesting one. It's unknown up against Team HC, or on the website, unknown O and unknown P. I'm not sure. OP, I get it.
Yeah.
That makes sense now. I would say PO. Would actually be funnier in my head. But we're getting underway with our final. We do have our bands.
Yes.
Team HC banned Adagio, and unknown banned Jewel. Adagio.
Jewel.
No, okay, the Jewel, that's understandable.
Yeah, the Jewel
Why Adagio? Why Adagio?
That's a ridiculous good question, and we probably need player interviews for that, because I can't imagine why you would ban.
I don't know either.
Because like we talked about that much, about like even support or carry Adagio in lane, and it's just, why would you ban that?
Yeah.
Just ban Jewel.
When we have the game start, we're just going to tell them so we can get this one underway and see who's going to be our champion of cut number 7. If Team HC actually win this, they will be first place in the entire seeding. If they lose it, they'll still maintain second, but they'll be a very close second, I believe.
Oh, please, Medic. Please do that. Please. Okay, I told you that Red Wolf is a really good Ringo.
No, you said he's the best?
Yeah, he's the best
Okay.
Ringo, because well, we did not see Medic picking Ringo for a couple of months, maybe even. He's like the guy who's built like riding all the Vainglory Fire Ringo builds, and he actually locked him in. This is going to be crazy good to capture what he's doing with him.
It'll be interesting. And just keep you guys updated. The top 8 teams for the June 14th finals should all be 100% confirmed. Haven't gotten any update from the admins just yet, but it should be those 8 teams. No other team can really surpass the ranked 8 team. So it's going to be cool to see a little bit of a highlight of what's coming up on the 14th with all the finals. And of course, after the stream, we will be having the dev stream kicking off over in North America with Playoff Beard and Zekit. We'll be reviewing the games from today. And also, Zekit will be coaching, if I'm not mistaken, some players out there and doing some ice giveaways. So make sure to stay tuned for that one as we do finally hop into the fold. And we will see the Ringo.
There we go. Even this Shogun Ringo 1 skin. And yeah, it's again best LSU playing Glaive, maybe lane again. This is going to, yeah, probably lane. I mean, Palmatoro could pick up his Taka in lane as well, but we saw him normally going with Rocco. Actually, it's Rocco now, not
Yeah.
Upfly. What was it?
Upfire, yeah.
Yeah, Upfire. Not Upfire anymore. So they may be going for the A game now. We'll see. And I'm curious. Yeah, best LSU is going for lane and actually facing Medic there. And I think a Ringo Glaive lineup in lane. We did not see that yet. And
well, it's like only our second or third Ringo ever, so
yeah.
I don't think we've seen it too much. But I'm curious to see how it's gonna play out, though. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, we'll
I feel like still the Book of Eulogies is just too strong. Like, you can't push melee people out in lane.
I mean, especially if Best Celeste uses his Aftershock. Good. And actually,
it doesn't help if you can't last hit either.
Yeah.
And not to mention the speed up automatic of the W, or not the W, the B. That attack speed's pretty ridiculous. So he's got to wait for the inlet to actually shove into his own turret. I think that was Best Celeste getting a little bit too eager to start last hitting.
I mean, as soon as Trilling Silver, the B skill of Medic, is running out, Best Celeste can step in a bit, but I mean, it's so quick up again. I mean, it's like 9 seconds cooldown, and during those 9 seconds, he's actually using it for 6 seconds, so it's basically up every 3 seconds if he uses it. And I'm not quite sure if he saw Rocco there, because he stepped out of the... Okay, he probably saw him. He stepped out of the bushes nearly at the same time as they went into it. Let's see.
Well, you can see, though, they're really pressuring this top side. They want to keep Medic, under-farmed, and because of that, they're losing their own jungle.
Of course. I mean...
Oh, come on, you can do it, Best Celeste. I believe.
Oh.
He got one. He got one! All right, he's up to 7, actually. He's actually ahead of Medic, funny enough, so we can't really, harsh on him too much for that. I know it's going to, but seeing him in the lead actually is cool to see. Boots picked up for Medic, so he can make sure to escape. He also has a scout trap to use defensively, has some potions yet again.
I'm curious when he's going, and what point of the game he's actually going for the reflex block to block those scary knockbacks, because he easily can get knockbacked into, I don't know, a gank or even the tower, but turret. I don't think that he's going to step that deep.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's like one of the few characters that don't have like any sort of escape mechanism. He does have his B, but I mean, all it does gives you a little bit of a speed increase. It doesn't really actually give you like a leap or a dash or ability to jump over something. So gotta be careful. And Cream gonna get caught out just a little bit. Should be relatively fine. Redemption gonna be going in as well. And Catherine and Cruel is a deadly combo, but Cream is falling so quickly. And now with Bestless coming in the afterburn, not going to give him the range he needs, or will it? As they're still sitting inside that bush trying to bait them into the traps. We do have Medic finally coming down from the top side. Cream, will he be the first target? He will be the first blood. But Roko, will he be number 2 as Medic is trying to kite as best he can. He's getting focused down. He does get the kill. Actually, that's over on the Redemption. And looks like he will be able to not run away because the boots weren't enough. And that will be a 2-for-1 exchange for Team HC.
Yeah, Redemption will easily survive that one. He actually got the question mark. So they wondered why he did not follow up. Bestless, you had the hunch that he is trying to get some farm stolen there. And actually, Redemption went back. I don't know if he wanted to contest that. There is Palmatoro. They can close him off. The afterburn is up again in 10 seconds. That's dope. That's really good. I mean, that Scout Trap is MVP right now.
I think that single-handedly just saved his life.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but it might have cost Cream his life. Palmatoro gonna get slowed up though by the Achilles shot of Medic, and he's gonna get knocked back. But the stun, it looks like it did actually land, and actually it looks like it didn't land because of the sad face.
He's moonwalking. Sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah, as you do when you're Michael Jackson or Ringo.
Surfing over to the.
Oh, Cream, what is he? He's getting caught out. He's gonna get locked down. He's dead.
This looks so funny. I'm sorry, but this is just. Oh, he stopped. He stopped. Okay, the first actually afterburn onto Medic in lane. He's pushing one Halcyon Potion. Should be fine, but at the moment, like, no one is really focusing on lane. And both laners are quite low in terms of last hits. And we'll see what Medic is, especially Ringo, not Medic, is a late game champ, in my opinion. Or at least not early game, because he needs to get some items to actually do a bit damage.
Well, see, this is the big difference. I was talking about the Book of Eulogies being really strong for melee characters. Best Celeste on Glaive doesn't have as much wave clear as like a Jewel would with the Thunder Strikes. So yeah, he does have his B ability to do the AoE, you know, with his crits and stuff, but he has to get super close for that. Where on a Jewel, you can just Thunder Strike and be relatively safe. So we're seeing that Glaive, you know, maybe not necessarily the most powerful laner when it comes to having a ranged opponent. But if Medic gets a Scout Trap in that bush, like, he could be very safe to push Celeste out, especially when he gets, you know, any sort of item built up. You can see he's still sitting on tier 1 items, hasn't really been able to build up anything for now.
Yeah, he actually bought the book though, which
he
is
bought it super late.
Yeah. So Palmatoro a bit low, but they can't see him since he is under his Kaku box. Perfect knockback there, and actually, didn't even see that Rocco went so low. And whoa, who's dying next? NK and Cream would be probably the target, and it's a 2-for-1 trade.
This could be a free gold mine for them.
If they're going for it. I mean,
if they wanted to. Looks like they're not going to. They're just going to go for the invade to try to keep it away from the enemy team. Ooh, nice steal. And the Dead Man's Rush out of Redemption.
They could still go for it.
I feel like they... it's getting risky, I think. It's not seeing exactly where Roko and Palmatoro were. I think they definitely could have. They had the damage out of Medic, I would assume. But I guess just playing it a little bit safe.
Yeah, Medic's going for the Tension Bow build, by the way, we have on Taka, as he did in previous matches already. The Heavy Steel and the Sixth Sense, so might go for the Suro Plate maybe in a certain mask out of it there. Oh, that's quite odd.
Just trying to think, force him out of lane so he can just shove the rest of it out. But Palmatoro will be there to soak up a lot of the XP. Gonna go straight onto Medic. But there's just no way he's gonna kill him. Not yet anyways, but we're seeing the damage he can do.
Yeah. Medic sitting on enough gold to finish the Tension Bow right now. So he might want to buy that, because that's just a 600 gold from Sixth Sense and Piercing Spear. Yeah, Bestler still tries to get every last hit in lane he can get. Rockus 30 has a couple of stacks, Spectral Smite stacks on him. Actually, Health Turret going into Rockus 30, the tank. Not quite understand why Redemption pulled that off. He's not quite low. Best Celeste EU is low as well, leaving a Scout Trap there for Vision. Sorry.
I mean, I'm sure if I spoke German, you would definitely like point out things that I say wrong. I can't say 12 in German.
12?
Yeah, I can't make the sound. 12.
I can say squirrel.
Squirrel?
Squirrel. But you can't say the German word for it.
What's the German word for it?
Eichhörnchen.
Eichhörnchen?
Yeah.
Something like that? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, see. It's just as hard for me in German.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of words that are difficult for me. Gummibärchen. That one's easy. Gummibärchen. But 12 is like one of the most impossible words. Either way, back to the game. 4-3, 8 minutes in as Team HC still have the kill lead, but they don't have the goal lead as Unknown was able to fight back. And Medic at 38 last hits, leading his team, leading the game actually. As Best Celeste is only at 35. Best Celeste starting to get powered up. He's starting to get, well, he's got his breaking point done, so he's got a lot of damage. If he can survive in the fights long enough, that's the real question.
Yeah, and I think that is actually Medic knows that. I mean, he's checking the build of the enemies for sure, so he will focus Best Celeste if possible, and if not getting actually Express Suit from Palmatoro. But on his book, and the tension bow finished now, and his Swifty shooter. And again, Rocco Safari is again getting focused by Redemption. Palmatoro getting a lot of damage there out of Medic. There we go, not Red Wolf. And actually
nice ultimate out of Redemption too. I mean, it was maybe you can look at it and be like, oh, that was wasteful, but it guaranteed it couldn't get out of it. Yeah. And his B ability just came up, so actually maybe didn't need it, but he's able to force them to die, which should net them the gold mine, saving his smite specifically for that.
Probably.
And actually, Rocco might die for the burn. He will die to the burn out of the ultimate out of Medic. But the gold mine is still being a Best Celeste being focused down, not attacking the gold mine anymore. This is how you're supposed to do it. When you see someone come in, you stop hitting the main objective, you kill the person, then you go back and finish off. Cream. That scout trap. Ooh, so close, so close.
Okay, so with 2k gold lead, we have a classic Shiver Seal. An interesting fact is, though, that we have on Redemption actually already an Atlas of Pauldron. And that's probably because, I mean, we had that the same versus Red 2, that Best Celeste actually focused the enemy to buy those and not buy fountains. So this might, because with the Red 2 match, we had actually Team HC having trouble early games. Oh, and Ken getting stopped from backporting.
Oh, that
there.
damage though. Oh, wow.
And the minion miner as well.
You're right about the minion cannies, by the way. Like, the only team I've ever seen do it is Collab.
Yep. It's an NA thing, probably.
I wonder actually how much more damage you do get from it, since you can't tell in game. That'd be really interesting to see, like a value. And I'm sure if that was released, then instantly everyone would start doing it.
So I just really need to capture the chat right now because we just talked about Vision.
Hashtag Vision. Everyone, look at people in chat.
Yeah. I'm always sailing around book. By the way, I always just say book and not book of eulogies.
Yeah, that's good.
Eulogies, yeah. That's difficult as well. But we will get there, hopefully.
Actually, I think the hardest word was comfortable.
Comfortable?
Yeah, I heard a lot of Germans say comfortable.
Comfort. That's a different word, right? Comfortable? No, that's not even a word.
It's just a weird way to say it. But here we go. Looks like ultimate coming on to Best Celeste. He should be fine though. Should have enough HP.
Yep.
Even thumbs up in it. Taking one for the team, I guess. But
still
you gotta be
burning.
careful.
It's close though in the end. I mean, he took a last hit.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
actually,
to secure it. And well, the ultimate out of Medic is on Ringo's not doing that much damage because he's on weapon and it's scaling a hell lot on Crystal. And he actually has, if you guys didn't check it, he has a really good Vainglory fire build for Ringo. Crystal Ringo especially. Tried that a couple of times already. That's quite awesome. And we do see a lot of scout traps, and just me pointing it out again, we don't see a contraption yet for NK and Cream, who is playing Catherine.
how do you say that?
What? Streichholzkästchen?
What? Oh my lord! The words.
Where is it? Yeah, it should be Streichholzkästchen.
What does that even mean?
It's like those to light up candles.
Oh, a match. Oh, a matchbox. Okay.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
I never knew the word in
Yeah,
English.
it's like a matchbox. I understand.
Like a matchbox car.
No, it's a matchbox when you strike the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I've heard that word before. Now that I think about it. Okay, so is that Palmatoro losing his infusion or is he gaining it? I didn't actually notice. Looks like he's gaining it, so he's looking for a big fight. Palmatoro, though, a solo on life. He's going to be able to get his stealth off, and he's going to be able to barely escape, it seems. But there's Best Celeste. He should fall Redemption. Going to tank up the turret for his team. His medic coming in. He's got the damage behind him. Rocco will fall as well, and they won't get the ace. but they will still get 2 kills under their belt, and the gold mine's still trickling away, and they will get the turret too.
So the Shiva Steel actually, and especially the Atlas of Pauldron.
They did release. Sorry, they did release how much more damage it gives you. 40%. 40% more damage on the gold mine. Wow. The minion candy.
40%
gives them 40% more damage.
That's crazy.
That is insane, and a lot more teams.
How much damage is? Does one of you guys know how much damage they actually do? What? How's that happening?
Everyone in chat.
Put it in trance, guys. Put it in trance. Okay, never mind. But I would love to know how much damage he is actually doing.
You mean, okay, so like actual numbers. You want to see how much he hits for, and then you can multiply that by 40%.
Yeah. I mean, he can easily last hit someone.
Oh, yeah. Well, we saw how much damage he was doing with the collab game, too, so... Oh. Redemption, he should be fine. He's cool. He's getting to his powerful state. 8-4 in kills. Look at this gold lead for Unknown. They're up 5.7 thousand. They're continuing to build this lead. The gold mine just paid out. And things are getting a little bit troublesome for Team HC. They still have... Well, do they even have a wombo combo? I don't think they do.
Nah, not really, no. The thing is, Best Celeste needs to get more damage besides the breaking point, and right now he is on a Shiver Steel and a breaking point.
Shiver Steel, really?
Yeah. We do see those quite more often, especially if some of the team members have breaking points.
Remember when we saw breaking point last time? It was kind of like he was straight damage and didn't have any defensive stats, so he died instant in the fights and the breaking point couldn't stack. So maybe that's the kind of route he's going for it, so he can survive longer and get more attacks off. And we'll see how it actually works out for him here. A lot of actually a big team fight. Breakout Redemption very low, but it looks like we'll see the first casualty. Best, so that's going to go down. Roko might fall thereafter as it's a 1-for-1 trade. There we go. Medic picking up a second. It's a 2-for-2 trade, and Palmatoro going to get ulted down. Won't have a stealth up anymore, and Medic looking for the solo.
This is so clever. This is so clever. As soon as he saw that the ult is locked down on him and he's going to be unveiled anyways, and is going to get a lot of damage out of it, he instantly turned around, X-Thread suit onto Medic, because he probably did not expect that. And he killed him, and that's like the smartest move, because a 1v1, he would lose it.
Why is he not taking the gold mine?
I don't know.
It's going to pay out in like 10 seconds now. It's not going to be a big amount, but...
No, it's nearly 100, a bit above.
Huh.
So... That's, again, a good question we need to direct directly to Palmataro.
I mean, it's 100 gold. It could have... do you think he could have slowed it? I think he could have.
Yeah. I mean, he's on a Sura Blade, on a heavy steel, and that's enough damage to get a minion miner done. And he is not even on a minion candy.
That'd be fun if you still put it on the Kraken.
Yeah, and he's doing 40% of more damage. That would be like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. That'd be funny.
Ooh, is that connecting? Oh, right into the afterburn animation, actually.
I like how he used the afterburn instead of his reflex blocks, because it's on a quicker cooldown.
Yep.
So he can save for this next fight. And Team HC, you know, we talked about teams coming back. I feel like Team HC are one of the few teams you've ever seen come back from games that they most likely should not have won. I definitely want to give them credit for that. It's actually really cool to see, you know, a team be able to pull off wins, and that's just from catching up the other team and get them in a bad position. Redemption rejoin the group. So maybe they're trying to fake doing the Kraken. Roko might face check this bush, but they're not in it. I couldn't tell, sorry. I got all hyped up for nothing, but now he might fall from this one as it goes a little bit too far. Question marks being thrown out, and he will, in fact, die. The Kraken, will they start it off, or will they push? The question is the former.
Yeah, they should go for it. I mean, they have Glaive. Glaive can easily steal it with an afterburn in, but without any scout traps, he can't really see what is happening in the Kraken pit, and he just needs to afterburn out of there. That's an easy pickup. And that's just all to Rocko's 30, because he face-checked first the bush with no one in, and then second the bush with 3 members of NKN.
Yeah, and he had a flare on him, unless he just bought that. I think he just bought that, Roko.
He probably just bought it.
Okay.
He thought, okay, maybe I need to get the flare gun.
Yeah.
It's a bit late.
Well, we're still not seeing any contraptions built.
Yep. Is it, in my opinion, it's too expensive.
Okay, I don't actually know the price, but for what it gives you, it should be a mandatory item, but maybe it's, like you're saying, too expensive and teams aren't willing to invest into it when you have other things like a Crucible or a Fountain to pick up that give you so much as well.
I mean, you can see Rocko has nothing finished besides a Warhorn. He's basically not a carry. He's basically not in the game. I mean, he's not really. He has no stun to block. He has no fountain to regain health. He has no others of Paulton to slow down Medic.
No, Medic doesn't get slammed back into the turret. Roko will fall again. This could actually be the game. Bestless going to fall. Palmator, he needs to stay alive for his team. He's got to be the one man to hold on to. He's going to come back, and the turret's about to fall. He gets slowed up, and that will be the ace coming in. And with 20 seconds plus on every member of their team, Unknown are going to come through to pick up the victory and secure themselves as the champions of Cut number 7. And not to mention, get themselves up in the ranking beyond this too. When they're currently sitting in 4th place, this should push them ahead of Team HC. So this actually should put them in a solid 2nd or 3rd place. And considering they didn't even play in one of the cups, that's pretty damn good.
Yep, that's strong.
Really, they're letting the Kraken finish it.
Their 2nd win, right?
Yeah, it's their 2nd win. They won Cup 1, and now they won Cup 7. So, well done by them. And, the Ringo. Thoughts on the Ringo?
He was not that important. It was more the team play, I guess, because Cruel did a wonderful job on Redemption as well. I thought first he's a bit too reckless, always going for Rocco, but he kept him small, actually. I mean, he is only on 2 O cards. He has, besides the Warhorn, I forgot that earlier, besides the Warhorn, nothing to offer for his team.
I like how Medic actually punished Celeste in lane, because like I was saying before, we've seen melees not have a hard time against range, even against a Celeste, not best Celeste, but a Celeste. But because he's being so aggressive with his beat early on, and because, well, Glaive doesn't really have the wave clear a Jewel does, he's able to get an early lead, and not to mention, I think he constantly shut the lane a couple times, and then he rotated down to join his party for a couple fights where they got that early lead. I think.
Yep. Agreed. Nothing more to say. Nothing more to add, actually.
Well, any words before we do actually head off? Because we still have the dev stream coming up after this with Zika and Playoff Beard, where they're going to break down the games and also do some coaching and do some ice giveaways for people in chat. But
I'm curious if HC, if they are playing Sunday, and I'm actually curious if they're going to bring something new, because they are always the guild who's bringing new stuff in.
Yep. That's true.
Somehow they're sticking to the lane glaive, they're sticking to the breaking point. Maybe they're going to practice a bit and bringing some.
Maybe the Ringo wasn't expected.
No,
maybe that kind of caught them off guard, because if it was against, he did better against Jewel. We saw Glaiver's Jewel earlier, and it was a lot closer. But then again, Bestless knows how to play against the Glaive, since he's obviously playing Glaive. But I don't know, maybe, hopefully.
Celeste support? Not best Celeste support, Celeste
the
support.
way I envisioned playing it would have worked, okay? We would have stomped that lane, and then you guys are like, no, you joined the jungler. I'm like, really? Did not know that. Today I learned. But guys, thanks again for tuning in. We're going to be heading off for tonight. Remember to stick around for the dev streams coming up after this, and then the next cup will be coming up on Sunday with myself and Blueberries. That is on, what day is that, actually? I don't even know what the actual date is for that. That is on the 8th. And then I think Blueberries is joining me again for Wednesday on the 11th.
Yes. He's double
10th.
Yeah.
When is this? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay,
10th.
so he's here on the 7th.
And the 10th.
The 10th. And then the 14th is the finals, which there's still details to be released about that. I don't want to go into it too much until things are confirmed. But then again, guys, thanks for watching. We will see you next time. And make sure to stay tuned. You can get some nice ice giveaways and maybe buy a couple nice skins that are out.
Oh, yeah.